Well, good morning, me friends. My name's Tommy Talltrees, and you may have heard of me. I'm something of a legend in these parts here. Grew up in this forest, I did. I'm quite the guide and hunter, and if you need me help, I'm happy to offer it. Alright, y'all, I think Tommy's gonna take over today's DnDaily. That feels way better, way better. Yeah, well, you know what? I am Gregory. This is 1 in 20 D&D. Welcome to DnDaily number 86. And that was a much more comfortable feeling character than the one I've been working on for the last couple days. I have a one shot that I'm going to be in tonight with One Crit Wonder. I'm so excited about it. And I've been practicing and developing this character and how he's going to sound, and I realized that I really don't want him to sound like a cliche arsehole. I don't want him to sound false, fake, or contrived. I want him to sound genuine. So one thing I recognized really quickly is that I can control the register I speak in, and that definitely shifts how I sound and how I present myself. Also, I don't need to be quite so animated, right? So like, this is me. This is how I really genuinely am. I'm kind of like upbeat. I got a lot of energy. I speak in a, variable voice where I kind of go up and down the register and that sort of thing. And what I recognize is like, who is Tommy? Tommy is this character. He's a ranger, right? He grew up in the forest, and being quiet would be really important to him. So he can't be boisterous, even though he is a folk hero, so he should have a little bit of bolster about him. I still felt like he shouldn't be like obnoxiously loud and animated. So by controlling the register and by talking in sort of a softer voice, a more gentle, kind of easier voice, I can still be bold, I can still be daring and dashing, but I don't need to go up into the high parts of the register, and I certainly wouldn't raise my voice unless I was trying to scare a bear or something like this, which in that case I could see it might be useful. So there you go. I think that's going to be Tommy. I feel really comfortable with that. It's sort of this kind of, I'm going for like an Irish accent, I guess. I'm not sure what dialect of Ireland. Like, is it a Dublin or is it a Cooney or I don't know Ireland that well. I'm just listening to some stuff. And by the way, here's a great little tidbit for you. There's something called IDEA, which is the International Dialect of English something or other. I'll figure it out and put a link to it in the information below. It is an awesome resource. In fact, Matthew Mercer from Critical Role mentioned it, and I'm like, oh, I should check that out. I went and did, and it was super helpful if you're working on your accents or your dialects. I highly recommend you check it out. It'll definitely help you kind of dial them in. So I'll link information below this video for that for you all. And speaking of Matthew Mercer and Critical Role, the update for the 3-day remaining, of course, 3 days left in this Kickstarter. They're at 9,777,000 and almost climbing from there over. Oh my gosh, I think they're at 73,100 backers when I just checked. Something like that. So they're less than 250,000 away from 10 million. But there's only 3 days left, so it's a little bit of a nail-biting, oh my god, are they gonna make it? I really, really, really hope so. And I will keep cheering for them, and I will be making my own contribution. I have not mentioned this, but I guess today is the day to say it. I've kind of been waiting. I've been intentionally waiting to see where they got to. I know it's not going to happen, but man, wouldn't it be cool if you were the guy that put it over the top for 10 million? Chances are that ain't going to be my contribution, but nevertheless, I've just been enjoying this kind of fun ride, to see where they're going to get and just that feeling of like, I'm going to push them over the top or something. Anyway, so enough about that silliness. Let's get serious for a moment because it is Monday and today we got to do another Mental Health Monday. So for today, I actually have a very concrete and simple recommendation, and I'm going to explain why I'm making this recommendation. So let me grab this real quick. This book is changing my life, okay? It's called Mindset by Carol Dweck, okay? Carol Dweck. Dr. Carol Dweck. Mindset, okay? This book I found out about a few months back and was at the very top of my list. I got through reading a couple other things because I'm an avid reader. I voraciously read. I try to read every single day, and for sure that I will go into binges where I will literally read for hours of a day. And I'm also very keen on personal development because that's been part of my path for all these years. As I've mentioned before, I'm a certified hypnotherapist and personal development coach. And so it's really important to me to up my game, to improve myself, and to become a better person in all of my life. I've mentioned it on here, like I want these videos to get better and better. So I need to develop the skills that will help me do that. Well, check this out. Here's a little bit about my story and why I'm recommending this book. And I want to be very clear. If you experience imposter syndrome, or even a little bit, you ever feel like a fake, you feel like you don't belong, or just in general, you're really hard on yourself, you think like, oh, I could never do that, oh, I'll never be good enough, any of that kind of self-doubt, that like low self-esteem, all this kind of stuff, 99% of it, if not 100% of it, comes from your mindset. And I am just learning this myself. We all get these labels, right? So our friends, our family, our parents, they label us unconsciously. And those labels can kind of get into our psyche before we even realize it. So pretty soon, you might be the dumb kid, or you might be the smart kid. And guess what? Depending on your mindset, either one can have a negative effect on our lives. And we can find ourselves stuck in these places where we're miserable, we're unhappy, depressed, stressed out, all these kind of dark places that it's very easy to get into. And people like myself, we might go and find a game like Dungeons and Dragons, or a video game, or movies, or books, or something as an escape from feeling like that. And what I've found out, and I'm telling you, this book is changing my life. What I've understood from just the beginning, I'm only a third of the way through the book, and it's already made a massive impact on who I am. What I'm learning from reading this book is that there's two mindsets, basically. There's what Carol Dweck calls a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And so here's the real deal. I grew up with a fixed mindset, and it made my life really challenging on lots of different levels. I'm not going to get into all of it, but I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. I'm recognizing as I read this book how much I'm going to curse for a moment, how much it fucked up my life. I don't know how else to put it in other words. It was a major hindrance for my life, having this fixed mindset. And I'm learning how important developing a growth mindset can be. And it's just unlocking so much for me. When I was a kid, I was told, oh, he's so smart, he's got potential and all this stuff. And you know what, guys? I didn't do jack all with that for years. I didn't do anything with it. I was just like living this life where on the surface, maybe it seemed like I was doing okay. But the reality is, I feel like I haven't done shit with my life. And I'm a happy guy. So on some level, I'm doing something right. I'm a happy guy. I've got a beautiful wife with, a great kid. Well, beautiful in my opinion. Not everyone's going to think she's beautiful, but I certainly do. I've got this wonderful child. He is my life. I love him more than I can put in words. So on one level, I guess it seems like I'm doing great. But on another level, I have never felt successful. I've never felt like I was doing what I wanted to do or what I felt like I could do. I was just getting by, like just doing enough. And that's not a really good way to live, y'all. I'm in a lot of ways, it made me feel miserable and depressed and like just unhappy underneath, on the inside. That's how I felt for a long time. And I found out about this book, and when I started, I got the idea of you know what? I'm going to dedicate myself to making a YouTube channel, to really putting in effort. And if I was still in my old mindset of the fixed mentality, I would have quit this a while ago. The video I did yesterday was a mess. And I'm telling you guys, I'm just being honest. This is my journey. I make mistakes, and the old me, because of the way things were going, oh gosh, I've been doing this for a while and I don't have 1,000 followers. And oh, you know what? I'm never going to be good at this. That's the old mentality that I had. Literally, I would have stopped in my tracks. I would have just quit. I would have said, I'm done. But I found Ed Milet, and I found Tom Bilyeu, and I found some other inspiring people, Gary Vaynerchuk, and all these amazing people on YouTube. I watched Matthew Mercer. I watched, Christopher Perkins, and all these amazing people, and they've inspired me. And I finally decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm committed. I'm committing to doing this. I'm going to do this. Ed Milet's philosophy is max out. Hashtag max out. If you follow me on any of the other social medias, you'll see every once in a while I'll make a post with that. It's a philosophy that I take to heart because I recognize that if I do my best today, that is all I can do. That's what I need to do to get better in my life, to do my best. And you know what? My best today might not be good as my best was yesterday, and it might not be as good as my best is tomorrow. But I still want to put 100% effort into today. I still want to max out today so that at the end of the day, I feel good about myself. And so what I've been doing, before I even realized what I was doing, I was shifting my mindset from a fixed mentality into a growth mentality. And now that I'm reading this book, I'm really understanding it so that it's making an even deeper impact, so I can recognize when I'm when my thoughts are stuck in that fixed mentality of, I'm never going to get good at this, I'm not that good, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm a fake, I'm an imposter, I don't belong here. This is reality. This is reality, y'all. A lot of us deal with this stuff. But how do we get out of it? And this is what I'm realizing, is learning and understanding and reading books like this and getting to understand that, oh no, in a growth mentality, it means, okay, I can learn, I can grow, I can expand, I can get good at this. Whether it's artistic, ability or skill, just because you're good at something doesn't mean you're going to be the best. And even people that aren't that good at something, it turns out if we apply ourselves, if we work hard, if we stick with it, we can get better. We can improve. We can achieve things. But it takes that attitude, that mental fortitude, it takes that mindset of believing that and understanding that, yes, in fact, you can get better. It's huge, y'all. I cannot sum up this incredible book in this short video. But I really want you all to check it out. So please, by all means, investigate this. Go check out other people like the ones I've mentioned here. Look for inspiration. Find the people that uplift you and inspire you and will help you to make you a better person. And surround yourself with those people. And hopefully those are the kind of people that you're playing your games with. Those are the kind of people, the reason you come to your games are because the people you game with make you feel like you belong. They make you feel like you're a part of the group. They make you feel like you're special and important and powerful and fun and funny and all of this kind of stuff. That's what I got from the game groups I was a part of. That's what I really try to do when I'm at a table or on, in a game on the internet, whatever it is. When I'm part of a game, I want everybody else to feel awesome at the end of the game. Like, wow, that was super fun. And I will try to do what I can in every aspect to try to lift them up. I encourage you guys to do the same. And start by changing your mindset. Start by thinking that we can do it. Start by thinking that you can do it. I am a baby when it comes to voice acting. I love doing it, but I have not applied myself. I have not studied. I have not taken classes. I've not had a voice coach or any of those kind of things. So I've been feeling like, oh my God, my voices they suck and nobody's going to like them and all that stuff goes on in my head. And what I've realized is by shifting my mindset and thinking, you know what? Okay, but if I practice, my voices get a little better. If I practice, I can actually sound like I want to sound. You see, when I talk like Tommy, he's not me, but that's okay. That's okay because I'm growing. I'm growing and I'm learning. And I'm practicing. And with practice, you get better and you get better. And your life will get better. And you will find that if you practice long enough, someday you might find that, hey, you're actually pretty darn good at this. Hey, y'all. This is me. I'm Gregory. This is 1 in 20 D&D. Thank you for checking me out. You can subscribe in that corner. In that corner. Ah, dang it. I keep forgetting. One of these days I'll figure it out. I hope to see y'all at the table someday. I hope this was helpful for you all. Till I see you in the future, keep rolling 20s. And by the way, remember, it's your game. Play your way.